Alright, with that dramatic intro out the way, welcome to my new series on JToH that's going to be covering my progress on towers and completions on them. Maybe even some special videos like tower roulets. Well, this video is going to be on Tower of Hopeless Hell by xxDuzeRxx. Oh, let me see. Pretty sure xxDuzeRxx? There we go. Anyways, this tower without skips at least is supposed to be mid-extreme, which would be a pretty decent jump from my first extreme I beat a while ago, but didn't cover, Tower of Bloodthirsty Kinos, which is based on extreme. I've actually fluked this tower, Tower of Hopeless Hell, from floor 5, which is pretty lucky, but I'm not going to plan on that since it probably saved me hours of fails. Pretty sure I fluked this from my saves on the net on 8, since this is a partial net where you gotta save yourself on it, or possibly fall to a floor like 5, which is a really difficult floor, because there's one stupid section, which I hate, that you gotta not hit your head on. Though I actually did get consistent on that part pretty quick. Checking my total time on this, it's not too bad, at just under 500 minutes, I believe. Also, ignore the Anthony spam on the top right. I think it made me fluke the floors just because of his sheer aura he had, and his presence just kind of blesses the run, you get what I'm saying? By the way, my next tower before my first terrifying is either going to be Tower of Externalizing Insanity in Ring 8, which is a peak extreme, or Tower of the Dripping Amalgam, a tower that's only 0.05 more points harder than JToH, which if you didn't know, points are kind of JToH's rating system, where a tower that's rated 10 or terrifying is about double as hard as a tower rating 9 or extreme. So basically I could do another big jump in difficulty to prep for terrifying, even though it would take longer, or I could take the easier route with the Dripping Amalgam and most likely struggle more with terrifying later on. But we'll find out soon. Okay, with the introduction of that out of the way, let's just get into the actual completion. The run began like any other. I'd fail one a couple times and eventually get more consistent at it. Then I'd just go from there. But then, I made it to 4. This was an opportunity for an attempt on 5. After passing the easy parts of 4, I focused up and made it to 5 for my 3rd time ever. Everything kept going good and I was executing everything I'd practiced for perfectly. Passing the ladder bounce, the quarter section, and now I was on the hardest part. It was do or die. I passed my personal best. Then, I had passed the hardest jumps of 5. This was a ticket to 6. I began my attempts, one after another. I was making it. One jump from the net. Then, I'd fell to 5. I still had a chance though. If I could pass the hardest section, I could make it back. I did it with ease. And now I was handed another attempt on 6. This could be it. Victory was in sight. And instead of failing again, I made the flick and had a good chance on making my PB go from 5 to 8. I was suspended above the open air now, but I didn't let the nerves get to me, and I made it 7. Practically a free ticket to 8, where I could try improving my personal best. The last section until 8.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love.
I actually flew from 5 to 8. Now, I just have to be consistent and try to take this one.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate.
Building.
Every word I move so descriptive like an
Speedrun
adjective. I
tonight?
got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you
I had
should
wrongly
be getting after
positioned
it.
myself in the legend fell.
I got facts over
But I'd
facts over
saved
tracks,
myself
and
and was
that's
allowed
so
another
fast.
attempt.
I could roast, I could gas,
After a
think
few
I'm
falls
okay
in
at
that,
but I don't know if that can erase all the past and
this
the
time I
pettiness.
did the jump
A
right.
reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time,
So I
you're
practiced
delirious,
as the
mysterious,
first
because you
person
hide
that did
behind a
this hard
fake
jump on
exterior,
me.
inferior. You know I'll
Could
always
this
be
be
a bit
9?
superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Perfect.
The consequence of being incompetent.
Pass the
Mental
long
health is
jump,
confidence,
so
dreams
yeah.
and some honestness. I'm not here to save
Now,
the day, that's for you to take
this
away.
one
I
jump,
could play a million mind games, but instead of say
I
something
nicknamed
not
it the
illogical,
Alicia
something that
Keys
is
jump
topical. Rub
because
it
I
on and
kept
watch it go.
failing it.
Make yourself
And I'd
unstoppable.
actually
You're
passed it on
irresponsible,
a
but
real
they're
run
always
in
possible.
practice
If you just believe,
while
you
hearing
could be
Alicia
so
Keys
remarkable.
verse on
Thoughts in my
entire
head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great
But
one
I'd
day,
actually
going
done it.
off of my
I
meds.
was
No, I'm
supposed to
not
make
giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I
30
gotta make
minutes.
it. I'm saving every day to
30
taste it.
minutes
I'm
and a
patient,
half
but my mind, it can
before
hardly
I
take it. I'm
actually
chasing a dream that I've had for several ages of
This
vacant.
run
Modern
could be
kingdom
the
for
one.
the taking.
Now let's take our time here and do these jumps perfect.
I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up.
Can I do the hardest jump in 9 again and make it to the net? I did it again, but the victory was short-lived, as I clipped my head on the part above me on the filler jump 2 times in a row now. I knew what to do. Back to 9 after another 15 minutes. And now, I had what was needed to be done. Either I fail and possibly go back to a floor like 5, or get to the net. This was the decider. The net of 9 now. It was time to complete this. I was flawless, nailing every jump that I hadn't even practiced much, just on the all jump attempts. This had to be a 10 run. Just a couple more jumps. Technically now, I'd actually made it to 10. Though I had to do a couple more difficult jumps like this ledge grab. Time for one of the hardest jumps in the tower. A 3.5 stud stick out. Positioned and... I made it to 10. It was now or never. Do or die, win or lose. It was time to really focus up. The final jump? Everything I'd done had led up to this. It was time. And I'd made it! An amazing fluke that quickly concluded on my time in hopeless hell. GG was another extreme down. Until next time, I'll be practicing towers and hopefully beating. Goodbye.